Hey guys,
Hey,
how is everybody? We'll give everybody just a couple of minutes to get on here and see what's going on.
we know there's a little bit of a delay, so
Yeah, I want to finish.
wait and see who pops up. But as y'all saw, we're gonna be talking about some travel essentials
Yes,
and what we take with us and what kind of apps we have and
yeah, and we also want to talk a little bit about our travel plans we've got coming up, starting this week. So we're super excited. I'm sorry, I'm still just writing down a couple of things so we
hey
don't forget it.
Thomas,
Oh, hey Thomas, how
Mark
are you?
Finley.
Hey Mark, how are you? I think I've got everything now written down just so we have it. So how are things in y'all's area?
With the
Certainly don't want to get, political at all,
Yeah.
but I know that, hey Alan, thanks.
Alan.
Glad you liked the video.
Thank you. More to come.
Yeah, absolutely. We're working feverishly to get all those videos out on the RV series.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hey Jenny. Mark said, yeah.
Yes, it is.
It is super depressing. And before Alan came on, that's just what I was getting ready to say. I know a lot of us reached out to Liz and Derek over the past couple of days. And, she posted some stuff of her neighborhood and it's a little scary. And actually here in Indianapolis, last night they blocked off all the on-ramps to downtown.
They had a curfew of 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they say they're moving north tonight.
Yeah, they're clearing out. They were downtown earlier. They're clearing out, and about an hour ago they were supposed to be heading north, which we're a little northeast.
Yeah, we're northeast.
So,
oh, there's a Liz. Hey,
hello.
how are you? Hope you guys are doing better tonight.
Hope you got some sleep.
Absolutely. Thomas had been scared as there's been mayhem yesterday. Now, Thomas, are you in Illinois? Is that right? I don't know what part. Mark says they're in the burbs, so they don't have to personally worry about property yet. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we thought too, Mark. But up here, I mean, last night and today we were hearing that they're definitely moving further along. And so actually we have a Indianapolis police officer that lives in our neighborhood. So I texted his wife earlier and I'm like, look, if y'all hear of anything coming this way, because we actually live in the very front of the neighborhood, like on the main road. So I was like,
one of the first ones.
yeah, like we're feeling a little exposed up here in the front. So anyway, hopefully that won't happen. And again, not to get political, but certainly I hate for people to be scared for their lives or property damage or any of that. I don't really see any reason for that. So Liz says doing better today. Activity has switched neighborhoods.
Well, that's good for you.
Good for you. Still sad.
Yeah. Thomas
said, oh, so there was stuff in Champaign, Thomas, huh? That's tough.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, how are you? Alyssa, do we have an Indy police scanner? So it's funny you say that. You kind of read our minds. It's actually a little bit of a segue because we do have an app that lets us listen to all the various emergency personnel everywhere. So yes, we have something, and we'll get to some of that in a minute when we talk about some of our road trip stuff. Thomas said lots of looting in retail areas.
Yep.
And Ryan, remind me where you are. I don't remember what part of where you are, what city you're in. So yeah. So let's just, while we're waiting to see if anybody else joins us or what's going on, Trace and I actually are excited, although now I don't know, this is all could change, but we have what happened to the
I don't
light?
know. I think for some reason it keeps.
Sorry guys, hold on. What's going on with the lighting?
I don't know. I think it's because of this, but the sun keeps.
Why don't you Why don't you open up those?
Well,
Sorry, guys. Oh, Quincy, Mass. Okay. We love that area, Ryan. We love Mass in general. So, anyway, it just came back. I don't know. Must be some sensor on it. Sorry, guys. Alan A says, well, the romantic lighting. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Must be something on the webcam. Yeah. I mean, it just came back on. I don't think it was anything you did, but thanks.
well, I'll take credit for it.
And I made Trace get up just so y'all know because she's not in sweatpants tonight. One of us may be, one of us may not be. So,
but it's Monday.
Yep. Liz says, hold on, just to share info here, since we live through stuff. Snapchat has a maps feature that shows a heat map of where people are. Wow.
Well, it's nice to know.
Yeah, because we don't use Snapchat. You know, we're too old for that.
Yeah. We may have had it on our phones at one point in time, but found that it wasn't.
We did, but we
cool
didn't.
For us,
we had like 2 people who used it, and they convinced us to, anyway. So let's get back to Liz says she's in sweatpants and hopefully drinking a well-deserved glass of wine. Liz.
Yes,
I hope so. We're not drinking over here. I have a Sprite Zero, so
I have my water.
Yep. Anyway, trip we were so excited. We are leaving Saturday and we're going to Charleston, South Carolina. This was the plan as of 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Going to Charleston, South Carolina, because Trace has never been, and it's been years since I've been. And then we are going to the Outer Banks. So that's, if any of you guys have never been, that's where they have the wild horses in the northern part. And then, of course, Cape Hatteras National Seashore, and there's Ocracoke Island. And we love it. Trace and I went actually with my daughter and my mom probably 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah,
10 years ago.
Yeah.
And haven't been back. So we're doing that. And then we're going down to Savannah. So, and neither one of us have been there.
Nope.
So we're really, really, really excited about that as well. And then from Savannah, we're actually going to come back up and go to Asheville, which, believe it or not, as close as Asheville is really to Nashville, just over the
one place
the Smokies.
I have been.
Yeah, she's been. I haven't been. And I'm so sorry about the lighting, guys.
Yeah,
I guess we don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, so that is our trip. We're going to be gone about a month. Oh, and then we actually end up in Nashville because we have the rest of our just yearly physicals and all that in Nashville. So we're going to end up in Nashville and hopefully do some videos there. And then Trace has a fun procedure.
Yes.
She's got just because of family history, she's the first time she's had to have a little scope that doesn't go this way. So, so that's going to be exciting.
So I got it scheduled today and that was fun stuff. Yeah. So, it'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So anyway,
just so y'all know, when you hit about 40, I'm not giving my age away, but when you hit around 40, they've said that they are starting colonoscopies at 40 instead of 50.
Well, and that may just be with family history because you have family.
That isn't what she said.
Well, nobody's told me I had to do one yet. So,
well, you wait.
Okay. So anyway, enough of that talk. Okay. So let's get back to Elizabeth in sweatpants. Thomas said survived the London riots. So, but this feels more scary. Wow.
Wow.
Interesting. So are you from London then, Thomas? I may have missed that somewhere along the way. Wow.
Well, we were in Barcelona when they were doing those protests.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have seen our Barcelona video, but we were trying to leave to go to the train station to go to Madrid. Had no idea what was going on. This was last fall. And we walk out, we had an app that called a cab, walked out of the hotel and, heard all this noise and saw these police officers, didn't know what was going on, and then realized they had the road to our hotel blocked.
Yep.
So we had to walk to meet our cab. And then we basically drove around in a huge circle for about 25 minutes. and the neighborhood we were staying in, which was close to, what's the square or whatever?
Catalunya
Plaza.
Yeah.
That whole area was basically blocked off for the protesters. And I speak just a little bit of Spanish. And the cab driver was very upset. So he was speaking very fast, and thank goodness for Google Maps. And we got dumped out on the side of the road to basically, he said, you're just going to have to take the subway, which we didn't even know or metro or whatever they call it. And we missed our train, and
needless to say, we got out of there just in time.
Yeah.
By the time we got to Madrid and saw the news.
Yeah,
Barcelona
dumpster fires,
yeah.
everything. So it wasn't violent or anything like that when we were there, but we got out just in time. So that was scary. Oh, cider. She's drinking a cider. It's from Michigan.
Cider.
We both love ciders a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We're not huge wine drinkers. Well, Trace isn't. I like it. So cider's great. Can't wait for you to start traveling so I can follow along. I know.
Well, I hope we can make it fun and interesting.
I do too. I mean, but I hope you guys deserve a break. You've had you've had it rough up there in Chicago.
Mark Finley will be passing through your area on July 9th.
Actually, I think we get back July 9th. So, and probably fairly early, Mark. So yes, we would love to meet up with you guys. Hold on a second though. I saw something Mark said. Oh yeah. He's been wearing shorts since the second week of March, except for the day I went to the funeral, obviously. Hasn't been quite warm enough since the second week of March here. It's been up and down, which I'm sure it has in Chicago. I mean, we've had some really nice warm days, but then some.
Yeah. But like cooler. Today was in the 70s, but the rest of the week is supposed to be close to 90. So, and rain. So who knows?
Yeah. So yes, Mark, we'd love to meet up with you and Terry. And I think was Portillo's one of the places on your list that you said you have to go to eat? Am I making that up? If it is, we have Portillo's here. Portillo's
not far from us.
Not far from us at all. So we're kind of on the northeast side of Indy. So I don't know which way you're headed, but certainly we'd love to meet up. Thomas has always lived in Illinois, but you were in London for the riots?
Well, he may have been.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yep.
Scorpio Sue.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, police barricaded Oak Brook Center Mall, which I think she's in Illinois as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Liz went to college in Indy though, but that must have maybe in summer or something or in Bloomington.
We don't know. Carry on.
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah. No. I mean. Woodfield was barricaded. Thanks, Melinda and Tracey. Yeah, we could use a break. Megan and her dog just moved in for the summer. Oh, that's awesome. Portillo's, yep. So they've got, okay, yeah. So Mark, we would definitely love to meet you guys. It's in Illinois. Yeah, I worked in the summertime. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, so we've got those plans going on for this summer, and then we're home starting like around July 9th. And we'll be here for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Depending. Now, obviously, all of this is depending on,
everything that's going on.
Everything. Yeah. If there's, if we do see a bad second wave, I don't know. I talked to a friend of mine in Charleston yesterday, and they had a 6 p.m. curfew last night, whereas Indy had an 8 p.m. And she said it was pretty bad. So after we got that news, we're kind of holding our breath to hope we can make it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The one thing that I would say we will likely be able to do is to stay. And I am so sorry about the lighting, guys. I just don't.
We just wanted some ambiance, some mood lighting for y'all.
Keep you guys awake tonight.
Figure out who's who.
Yeah. What are we doing? Try and open that one a little. So anyway, the one place we feel like we'll be able to, no, I'd do it the other. Is that too much of a glare, guys? I think that's going to be too much of a glare. It's still just backlit. So that's probably not going to work. No, I just shut it.
Okay.
Sorry, y'all. There, leave it cracked just there. That may be a little bit better. I don't know.
No.
I'm sorry, guys. So we do think we will be able to make it to the Outer Banks because we feel like the area where we're staying is remote. You have to have a 4x4 to get there, and it's not densely populated or anything. Or I don't think it'll be densely populated on the beach side either. So what are you doing?
Well, I thought maybe if I blocked that little sun coming through, maybe it'd. I don't know.
Scorpio Sue says it's okay. Thomas said he did not expect looting in Champaign. I wouldn't have either, Thomas. That's a little crazy. Portillo's beef and cheddar.
Yum, it sounds good.
Yep, it does. So yeah, we'll definitely have to hit that up.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. And I think it's something with the camera since setting, and I don't know how to mess with it right now.
Oh, we're coming back.
Hey. So anyway, we know we'll make it to the Outer Banks. Where else we make it is really, really going to be in Nashville. Anywhere else is definitely going to be up in the air right now. But we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, and we'd love to get your feedback too on your road trip essentials. We're going to go through a few of the apps we use, but as far as what you have to have and take in the car, when you're doing a road trip.
They are all about portabilities or portillos. That's
Are you just relaxing or doing stuff on your road trip? Hoping to visit the Walters. Mark says hoping to visit Walters in late morning and then head to Indy. Yeah. Okay. That'd be great.
Yeah. Let us know.
Because I'd suspect we should be here pretty early afternoon.
Yeah.
So, just let us know. We'll be driving back from Nashville that morning, and that's about a 4.5 to 5 hour drive, depending. But yeah, definitely let us know. It's on a croissant. Oh, yum! I haven't had that. Are we relaxing or doing stuff? So
a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Definitely the beach is relaxing. We'll definitely, obviously, be filming videos and seeing stuff. Charleston and Savannah are both beautiful cities with just a ton of history. So we want to do that. And I've actually never been to Biltmore in Asheville, which Trace has. So
which was a cluster when I went. So I'd love to go back.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. And, just going to see what happens. Nashville is where we're from. We've been in Indy. It'll be 3 years next month. Mm-hmm. But we kept all our doctors in Nashville. So we go back, we're in normal times when we're in the country, we're back in Nashville at least once a month. And that's where I grew up. That's where most of all of our friends are. Mm-hmm. So we just kept our doctors there. So we'll be down there to visit friends, but also, Nashville's got obviously a ton of stuff around the country, country music, but tons of history, Civil War history.
Of course, their downtown got a little messed up.
Yeah, downtown got looted and torn up pretty bad last night. My buddy that was Carrie that did the thing with us last weekend is pretty close to downtown, but he was just far enough on the edge that they did not get any damage. But I'm pretty sure he stayed at the restaurant or had somebody at the restaurant all night last night just to make sure. So, yeah. So,
road trip essential number 1, my own pillow and blanket.
That's the biggest bonus over travel, in my opinion. Yes.
That is actually on our list.
Absolutely.
We have a pillow and a blanket.
Yep. As long as Terry is with me. Oh, that's sweet, Mark.
Oh, you're a suck up, Mark, aren't you?
Is Terry on here?
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, how are you? Yeah, so let's go through our list a little bit about restaurants around here generally untouched. It was just retail stores. Oh, so unless you've been to Nashville, so Lower Broad, where all the honky tonks are, a lot of those, and some of the like there's a boot barn or whatever, I don't know, a boot store down there. The Wild Horse Saloon, Margaritaville. Tootsie's I don't think was touched, but Legends Corner was. Oh, they also broke out windows in the Ryman, which is the old What am I trying to say? Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, that's where the Grand Ole Opry was. They've moved that now, but yeah, they broke out windows in that. And that's obviously an old historic building. So Nashville got hit pretty rough.
Yep.
Mark says Terry's sitting there with him.
Terry.
There you go.
I guess you have a good one.
Yeah, we'll give you a few points on that one. Then.
That or he did something wrong, and this is his way of making it up to you.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But yeah, let's just talk a little bit. We've said pillow and blanket. We actually generally have a paper map, and we have one basically for each region of the U.S. We got it when we were in the RV because, sometimes you don't get a signal on your phone. It just happens. So we always take a backup paper map and the Google Maps. And then
we like audiobooks and podcasts. I mean, we like music. Don't get us wrong. We'll listen to music, but there's only so much music we can listen to, especially on a long travel trip.
Yeah.
So we'll put on usually a podcast, and she'll have some already loaded, and there's, all kinds of different ones. So,
oh yeah. I mean, we've listened, like when we were deciding about RVing and all that several years ago, there were quite a few we listened to. And audiobooks. I think audiobooks, we've listened to a lot of Nicholas Sparks that way, because that's one of the things we agree on. We don't, excuse me, we don't always have the same taste in books. So, and then a playlist, music, of course. And we actually, we have the free version of Spotify. My daughter has the premium version, but we use Amazon Music. And for the most part, we've been really happy with it. You get it. There's a paid version and then a free version with Amazon Prime.
And the free version
has a ton.
But now the newer stuff, you won't normally find it on there. But, for the most part, you can find any song you want to.
Yep.
Liz. Yes, they're rhyming. That's what we said.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we said.
So I don't know. I haven't seen pictures today, Liz, but I do know some windows were broken on that.
Yeah. Hello, Mom.
Hi, Connie. And Alan says everybody hit the like button.
Yes,
thank you, Alan.
Like button.
Alyssa says her and Derek almost never have the same taste in books, right? Yeah, I mean, we just don't. So podcasts seem to work. We listen to a lot of travel podcasts as well. So, once we, a city or a country gets kind of on our radar, then we'll find podcasts. They could be Rick Steves. They could be any number of other travel podcasts, and we'll listen to those to kind of get ideas of things to do and see.
And then we'll listen to the podcast of, our fellow travel vloggers.
Yeah.
If they have podcasts.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. So we listen to a bunch.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We listen to a wide variety.
Lately, we've been listening to a lot of RV podcasts.
We have. So your mom found us this time.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. You know what, Connie? When we left, so Tracy's mom's on here, guys, and we went,
say hi to her.
We went to it's Connie Spence is her mom. We went to have lunch with her mom and dad and grandmother yesterday, and anyway, Connie, we forgot to.
Yeah, we were supposed to look at her YouTube.
She was having a hard time finding us on getting our live streams, but she obviously managed to do it this time, so that's awesome. Thomas, my book taste or travel books. Yes, now if we're listening to travel stuff, we can do that. Derek says he's a big fan of audiobooks and podcasts. He's hit the like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many, especially with our many travels back and forth to Nashville. We, that's a 5.5 hour drive. And then sometimes you do get stuck in traffic. So that makes the ride a little easier because it gives you something else to focus on.
Grandma finished up her SSC. We don't know what SSC is. Is that supposed to say SSC?
I don't know.
We don't know what SSC is, Connie.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't talked to my mom today, so I guess we're
sorry. So if you guys don't know, Tracey's, if we haven't mentioned this before.
Yeah, I think we have. But long story short, my grandmother, which is my mom's mom, is 98. She'll be 99 in December. And she still lives by herself. She still drives. I think strawberry shortcake. That's what it was.
We forgot about some. We had strawberry.
We had some
shortcake
delicious
yesterday.
strawberry shortcake yesterday.
Yes.
So,
yep. Okay.
Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah, thanks, Thomas, for hitting the like button. Yeah, so Tracey's grandma lives by herself, drives. She's awesome.
Run circles around us.
She does. She's so funny. And
she took home some strawberry shortcake yesterday.
So yeah. So anyway, let's see. Megan, Liz says Megan just drove her from New York 14 hours. Wow. So there was a lot of music playlist sing-along moments. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We have those.
Yeah. And depending on, how long we've been driving
and who's in what kind of mood,
if it's late, if we're slap happy, I mean, we can hee-haw over some music and sing along.
We can. We definitely can. So, anyway, let's get back to it.
Yep.
Maps, audiobooks, podcasts, to playlist, blanket and pillow.
Yep.
And Grandma would love this talk. Let's see. Hold on. Terry says my main travel necessities are pillow and my tablet with my games and Kindle app. Yes.
Yep.
Megan also says beware deer. Bring your mask, toilet paper, mask, toilet paper, gloves for rest stops, local news stations, and snacks. Oh, like
maybe like an app.
Yeah. Did Megan do any selfie video of sing-alongs? Yeah, that'd be awesome to see. So that was actually next on our list.
Yep.
I had hand sanitizer.
Yep. Look.
Hand sanitizer.
We have props tonight.
Yeah, hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer.
Wet wipes.
We have
wet wipes. Mask.
We have mask. Oh, I put it on upside down.
Yeah, I've done that.
Mask.
So, and also gloves for pumping gas and stuff like that. So definitely doing that. I didn't think about bringing some toilet paper.
That's a good idea.
But we have toilet paper.
Yes, we do.
So then let's see, what else do we have? Oh, first aid kit. We just always keep a first aid kit in all of our cars. My daughter gets mad at me because I make sure she has one, but you never know. You just never know what can happen. And, in addition to like normal Band-Aids and all that kind of stuff, I mean, that also gives you kind of quick, easy access to things like ibuprofen and whatever else, allergy meds, anything else you might
even
need
have
quickly.
like the blood stop or whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of it.
The quick clot stuff.
Yeah, quick clot
That's
stuff.
just if you get cut.
Yeah.
Or I mean, who knows? You could find somebody on the side of the road or it's been in an accident or whatever.
Find somebody on the side of the road.
On the road.
Don't pick up hitchhikers.
Yeah. So what else? Oh, the battery charger for the car. And so, yeah, hand me that. I don't know. I guess hand me the whole box. I don't know if you guys have seen these. I'm sure some of you have. So this thing it's like a giant, extra battery bank for your phone, but it will actually charge a car. And so it's just a huge battery bank like thing. It's got a flashlight on it. It's got USB ports.
Yeah.
But then
Flashlight, USB.
But then it comes with all of these attachments. I don't know if you guys can see these. Sorry. So the different cords and stuff. Anyway, we had this is actually one that was in the RV, which is what we never used it. But we have another one that we had to use. My daughter, when she was in high school, she had an older car and it didn't have Bluetooth. She wanted to listen to her music, so we got like this adapter that plugged into the cigarette lighter place and would put Bluetooth through her speakers. Well, the first day she drove to school, she left it plugged in and she called and
It drained her battery.
her day she could not get her car started. And I drive a Tahoe. I mean, I drive a pretty, at that time I was still driving a Tahoe, wasn't I? I think so.
Yeah.
It's a pretty beefy car with, anyway, whatever. Could not get the car started. Could not get it jumped. Would not turn. It was just dead. So we went down to a buddy of ours who actually had a car repair place. And he said, take this, which was one of those. And if that doesn't work, then I'll come up there and help. We took it. And I mean, like that.
Yeah, just boom.
The car started. And we're like, okay.
We're getting one of those.
So you don't need another car to jump you off. That works. It has the attachments. And like I said, it's got a flashlight. It's got, you can recharge it in the lighter, whatever socket, I guess. So we always have one of those in all of our cars as well. And then we always usually will, we've got like a USB charger. We've got a couple of them that are like, have two sockets or whatever or 2 slots. And then we've got one that has 4 slots just so we can keep, because, we all got iPads, we've got cameras, we've got phones, we've got whatever else. So those are things that we always keep. And I know we're missing stuff. I saw Jocelyn is on here.
Hey,
hello.
Jocelyn.
So we were just talking about the fact that we are going to Savannah.
Yep.
So let's go back up. No selfies while driving.
The only place I sing is church. That way nobody can hear my voice. I'm sure it's not that bad, Thomas.
Only place I sing in church. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Vanna. Vanna. Wow, Scorpio Sue said 17 hours straight to North Carolina last summer. Long but worth it. Put our tires in the ocean at 11 p.m. Yeah, we are. So we're taking the Jeep. I don't know if I said that or not. We're staying in the 4x4 area. So we have a Jeep. Tracey has a Jeep that we pull behind the Tahoe.
It was my caboose.
Yeah. Then we pull behind our motorhome. So we're taking that, and it is a soft top, so it can get a little loud because it is a soft top. And it's not necessarily the most comfortable.
No. It's not.
And we're old.
Yep, we are.
So we're not driving all the way through because my whole thing is I don't want to pay what you have to pay to stay there for a night that we're not going to get there till, who knows how late.
Yeah.
So we're actually stopping along the way, and then we'll have like a 3-hour drive the next morning to get there and hopefully be able to enjoy that day. So
Scorpio Sue, I know about that 17-hour drive because when I was younger and my grandmother lived in Florida, we drove straight through from Indy all the way down to on the other side of Tampa, close to St. Pete. So, and we always drove straight through. Of course, I was younger, so I was a kid. I didn't care. It was a road trip, but
you slept in the back. She was little. All right, Jocelyn says always carry TP. We always carry wet wipes, but we will carry TP.
Yep.
Means to travel said, let's buy a Val. Cute. Sunglasses are key for road trip. Yep,
Yes.
that's on our list for sure. I don't know if the Walters are in Quincy or they're home. Jocelyn says mini first aid kit. Right, I can stitch them up when I was in the bush. Yeah. Yeah. I have a few things up my sleeve too, Jocelyn. So,
Yes, Liz, it is awesome.
The battery charger. Yeah, battery charger.
I mean, it's well worth the expense.
Yes. Mr. Means to Travel, a good thermos coffee mug if you're inclined. Yes. So we always, we pretty much use Tervis tumblers exclusively for our coffee in the mornings just because a little mug isn't enough for us.
Yeah.
But then in terms of like water and stuff, we have this. So it holds like, I don't know, 64 ounces of water or whatever.
Yeah.
So we take that. It keeps it cold.
Up to 12 hours.
Yep. So, you go, Vanna.
Yeah.
Doing it again.
Yeah, I know.
So we take that with water. We'll certainly start out in the morning with a full cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And then we always have Melinda bringing up the rear.
Thanks. They have a love-hate
Can
relationship.
you tell my mother-in-law loves me? Well, we don't need to bring it up, but a
No.
cooler. We always have a cooler. Always have a cooler. Battery charger, snacks. So yeah, I want to hear what your go-to snacks are.
We need
What-
some new travel
What
snacks.
do y'all take? Because I can tell you what we take, and we don't always agree.
No, but I mean, it can be healthy. It can be unhealthy. It can be sweets. It can be, I don't know. Just tell us.
Tell us what you take.
Yes.
Absolutely. We want to know. So let me go back to Liz. We have those USB adapters plugged into the cigarette lighter 24/7 and never had an issue with the battery. Liz, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
This was just,
It was an older car.
it was a much older, it had actually
Yeah.
been my mom's car. It was a much older car. And I think it just,
Yeah.
wasn't built for today's electronics.
Yeah.
So I think you're fine. Because yes, we keep stuff plugged into ours as well. It was just because it was an older car.
Yeah.
But Ryan Donahue is saying, if the outlet is only on when the car is running, you should be good. If the outlet is always live, right.
Yeah.
Sunscreen, even in the car. Yes, we always keep
Yes.
sunscreen.
And this one definitely needs sunscreen.
Always.
Always.
And do we both drive? We do.
Yep.
We do. It really depends on, well, we do.
Not the RV.
No, Trace was the RV driver. Jocelyn said, I don't know if that's supposed to be second or first. It's
yeah.
my tooth
My tooth cheek.
was a soft top. Be prepared to yell over that noise. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We love it and we have fun with it and we can't wait because we can obviously drive it on the beaches there in the Outer Banks. But yeah.
Yeah. It is noisy and it's not the most comfortable thing, but
But we like it.
yeah, it's fun.
It is fun. Mark says all modern cars turn off after a few minutes when the car, right. So see, my daughter's car it was
Yeah.
old and it didn't do that.
It just kept going.
Hey, Eric Brown.
Hey, Eric.
How's Louisiana tonight? Kinda.
Kinda.
Oh, she kinda loves me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Walters World tumblers keep ice for ages. Coffee hot for several hours. Not that coffee doesn't get drink up much faster.
We'll have to check them
We
out.
will.
'Cause we love our Turgis tumblers.
Yes. Peter says, I always manage to take chocolate with me that ends up melting into that is a challenge with chocolate for sure. We've had that issue.
Of course, if you have a cooler, you can stick it in the
Yeah,
cooler.
but that's no fun. And it's a pain to get out.
well,
You don't
if you want your chocolate.
I know. Yeah, we've had that
But
problem,
yes, we
Peter,
have
for
had that
sure.
problem.
Mark says problems here. They're talking to each other.
Hello, Columba 125.
Always bring a hand fan. Nice. So go ahead.
Well, I was going to talk about, we actually have, well, I guess maybe not for the road though. I mean, like hotels, we have a travel fan that we take with us, but then we also have the solar, the battery operated fans that you got.
Oh yeah, we have those, but we don't use those in the car, but we definitely always pack a small fan for the hotel rooms, mainly just for the white noise. We
Yeah.
sleep with a fan and
And we have apps on our phone for white noise, but I like the air. She just likes the noise.
yeah. I mean, I like the air. Obviously it's hot, but that's a good idea though.
Yeah.
Hand fan. Jocelyn said first Jeep.
Okay.
Let's see. Grapes,
Grapes.
food, a little sugar plus a little water, all in one grape. That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. We're good, Eric. We're doing well right now. Love my Walters World.
Oh, he's selling it. He's selling it.
No, that's Terry.
Or she's okay. That's Terry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's selling
Yeah.
it.
Healthy snack. We bought giant individually wrapped bag of granola balls. Interesting. So we bought, what are those things?
Coconut rolls.
Yeah, coconut rolls at Costco. I don't know if you guys have ever had them.
Oh my goodness.
They-
I'm not a big coconut person.
And they're not horrible for you. They're almost like wafer type texture,
They're organic
But
and gluten-free.
organic and gluten free.
Here we go.
Crispy
There they are.
coconut rolls. So if you like coconut flavor, but they're not filled or anything. They're just wafery. Okay, come on, your mom's got to go.
Okay, bye,
Dad's-
Mom. Love you.
Bye. Talk to you
Bye.
later.
See, there's nothing in them.
Yeah, so if you just, here, just break it open. So yeah, they're just kind of, wafery.
Yeah.
Tastes like coconut. So, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the individually wrapped granola balls though, so we'll have to go check that out. Watermelon, bananas, granola combos. So combos is one of my go-to stacks. And Scorpio Sue. She likes pizza or honey sriracha. So I can't do spicy.
She does the cheese pretzel.
So I just do the cheese pretzel, but I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwiches, we'll often pack those. Teddy Grahams, we've had those.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else? Oh, so candy-wise, we both like Twizzlers.
Mm-hmm.
We also like Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
So those kind of, they don't melt, so that's easier.
And I like beef jerky. She likes it okay. She's not a big fan of it, but not the sweet, not the teriyaki. It has to be just like the black pepper or, yeah. But, yeah.
Which, by the way, Costco makes really good beef jerky, their brand.
Yes.
But she also likes Slim Jims. Ugh. And I hate smelling them in the car. And she lets like her favorite road trip snack, I think. And
it is. I always buy the great big ones when we stop.
Oh, I hate it. But that, and then usually some kind of the combos. We also like, we're so just ridiculous. We like chili cheese Fritos.
Yeah. Well, that's just been more recent though.
That has. Grapes are a great one. Fruit is a great one. And depending like here to Nashville, we won't do it. But for a long trip, we obviously, have a cooler and we'll put some different like sandwiches or, cut up fruit, something that we can like eat an actual kind of meal, like a lunch with or whatever.
Yeah.
Particularly right now, we're still not going in restaurants. So, hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
So yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, speaking of grapes, I'm going to throw this out there real quick. Has anybody ever had cotton candy grapes? If so, let me know how they are. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes, Costco was supposed to have them and they didn't, and we haven't been able to find them. Aero bars from the UK. Thomas, we've had those.
Yep.
With the like air bubbles in them, basically. Is that the right ones? I'll have to track one down if I can ever leave my house. Oh, is she talking about the?
I don't know.
I think she's talking about the Walter's World.
Yeah.
Pillow and blanket, cotton candy grapes. So yeah, Lisa.
They're supposed to taste like cotton candy, and I am a huge cotton candy. Okay, Scorpio Sue
says yes, they're delicious. Love cotton candy.
Do they taste like cotton candy? Really?
Yeah, anything cotton candy flavored Trace loves.
Oh my gosh.
So like when Dairy Queen has cotton candy blizzards in the summer, normally that's like at least once or twice a week thing for her.
Yes, and they actually came out the beginning of May, and of course everything was, but it kept popping up on my Facebook that
cotton candy.
Dairy Queen had the cotton candy blizzards,
and we just still weren't. Oh, Trent.
Okay, so that's my brother.
That's her brother. You stalker.
Yeah, you are. You better hit that like button.
Did you really throw up on cotton candy?
No. Not that I remember.
Well, I'm seeing your message now, Traveling Granny. I don't know why they weren't showing up earlier. How are you? Lisa's been eating cotton candy ice cream. Yeah, I want to hear Scorpio Sue if they really taste like cotton candy grapes because
she said they're very sweet.
Okay, well, yeah.
My family, they're jokesters, as if you couldn't figure that out. So
she threw up, Trent. What? She didn't, Lisa. Oh my God.
I didn't.
The last thing we need is our siblings.
Oh my gosh.
So Lisa's my sister, by the way. So it's a family affair over here tonight, apparently.
I guess so.
You had it as a treat. That was Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. Yeah. My brother cut my hair when I was about 3, and in return, I got Fruit Loops.
That was the bribe.
Yeah.
Where do they grow? Lisa, I don't know.
I don't know.
So anyway, Costco
Yes.
was supposed to have them, and we
Yes.
got there, and she was so disappointed that they didn't have them. Kroger's hadn't had them.
They had every other kind of grape you could imagine.
Walmart hasn't had them. So, hey, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Glad you could join us.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, I mean, we do a variety. I love cheese. I'm like a huge cheese freak. So I'll get like, either the cheese sticks or the little like individual cheese bar things, and I'll eat those a lot.
Well, Trent girls just want to have fun.
You look like Cyndi Lauper. What's working in the other? And how old were you? 3?
I think I was about 3. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't even think we
Which
knew
would have made
Cyndi
him
Lauper.
about 7.
Yeah. Clearly, Trent, cutting hair was not your calling.
Yeah. Good thing you didn't go into that profession.
Yep. All right. What else have we got? The first day get snacks, water, drink, cooler,
trash bag.
Yep.
We always take a trash bag, whether it's a Kroger, Walmart bag, Target bag, or just a regular
Glad bag, whatever.
Yeah, we take a trash bag.
He's full of himself tonight.
Is.
All right, wait a minute. Thomas said my sister did the same thing about haircut when I was little. I don't know what it. Lisa, did you ever cut my hair?
No, she just pushed you off the.
She did
porch.
push me off the porch, and I have a scar on my forehead from it. And she made me draw in crayon on the wall and got in trouble. But I don't think I ever got my hair cut. Wondering why.
So my brother went to New York City with us. When was that?
July.
Last July?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last July. And there was this cheese place. I don't remember the name of it. In
Murray's. It's Murray's.
Okay, Murray's.
Liz and Derek will know. But there's supposed to be a store in Grand Central Station.
And it had supposed to have all this cheese, and the cheese freak she is. We were going all over, and yeah, she did kind of drag us all the way around Grand Central Station to find this place, and we never found it.
We didn't find it there. We found the one over by close to, I think, Flatiron. Alyssa says always double check the expiration date on cheese sticks at gas stations. Yeah. We usually with that, that's something we bring from home. Like I'll have it home. Yeah. Lisa says if I eat a thing, you're talking about easy cheese, Lisa. I don't eat easy cheese. I hadn't eaten that since I was, 12. Murray's. We settled at Shake Shack that day. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shake Shack. Yeah. Shake Shack was good. I don't know. Shake Shack, In-N-Out Burger. I don't want to. We could start a whole thing here. Our personal favorite is Whataburger. So the Finleys, we're jealous that you have them all around, but I don't know. I don't know if you like it or not. What is going on with our siblings tonight?
I don't know.
I'm gonna put you two both in timeout, Lisa and Trent.
We're gonna get you off of here. Where's our mediators?
I do not get constipated from eating all the cheese, Trent.
No. If she did, she wouldn't eat so much.
Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Anyway, flashlight. We always take a flashlight. And we always have, a tool, just a small toolkit. Not that either one of us can fix a car, but, something simple, loose, whatever. Toolkit, duct tape, and zip ties.
Yes.
We had to use zip ties in the RV and duct tape, I think. For us, if you have a phone holder, they can either mount on the dash or the windshield, or even they make them that go in the vents if you're using your GPS.
And of course, for us being travel vloggers, we take our cameras or GoPros or, so yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Let's see, what else do we take? Oh, we always have like a rain jacket or an umbrella. The other thing that's she laughed at me until we needed them.
Oh yeah. They do come in handy. I did laugh, I'll admit.
So what? Lisa, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't. Oh, Eric Brown has Whataburgers in Louisiana. I didn't realize that. Nice. So sporks, like you would like camping sporks, we take them, and we actually take them when we travel internationally as well, because sometimes if you get food to go or take it back to your room, you know, they don't have utensils, and obviously plastic utensils suck for the environment. So, you know, sometimes if you do get food either at a, you know, a store on the way on the road, or even from a fast food restaurant, whatever, and you need a fork and you don't have one, we always have them.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and we've used them quite a bit.
Yep. We used them over in Europe. Like if we stayed in a hotel and maybe we would get to go or something, or delivery, and, you know, they don't give you utensils normally. So we had those, and
Yep.
they were great.
So we take that, because you steal the sporks from restaurants. What is it? Lord, what are you doing over there, Trent?
He's been locked up too long.
He has been. Lisa said flares. I'm thinking she means flares for the car.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when you duct taped the bumper?
Well, you know, duct tape is good for everything.
I don't know what bumper I duct taped, Lisa. Was I like, 16? Liz, we don't have AAA. What we actually still have, because we never canceled it, is CoachNet, which we bought for the RV, and we talked about having to use that when we locked ourselves out of the RV, or the dogs locked us out of the RV.
Yeah.
And it also covers your vehicles, your normal passenger cars as well. So we still have that. We haven't had to use that. You had to use something with the other Jeep, but it was like still under like Jeep roadside assistance or whatever.
Right.
So no, but we do have something that helps with that, Liz, for sure.
Yeah.
What else have we got? Earbuds or earplugs in case I get tired of Tracey talking so much, because y'all can tell how much she talks. No.
Yeah, I'm the big talker in the family. Sunglasses, hats. We always have our hats.
We do. So,
And somebody did mention sunglasses earlier.
Yeah, that was Derek. Yeah. So our brother's talking about Cora, Grace, and Brown are two of our dogs that were in the RV. And Brown was the one who, when we went out, she jumped on the door and it hit the lock and locked us out in the middle of New Mexico.
Yes.
That was fun.
Yes.
Good times.
Thomas Reiser, might want to look into gaffer's tape. A bit more expensive, but does not leave residue.
So I have gaffer's tape. Actually, Thomas, I have gaffer's tape, Gorilla tape, regular duct tape, electrical tape. We have like plumber's tape or whatever, because we use that in the RV, or we kept it for the RV. So we've got like the whole gamut. I have like an emergency bag or whatever in the vehicle. So we have all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to hear about your dogs locking you out of your RV.
All right, we want to tell the story.
So yeah, we were in the middle of Mexico, and so we ended up stepping outside, and it was a beautiful night. It was about 10 o'clock at night. We went out, we were sitting at the picnic table, and we went to go back in, and we couldn't get back in because the three dogs had jumped on the door and locked because we had two labs and then a little Boston Terrier at that time. So yeah, I mean, that's really the story. So then we had to call somebody, and this older gentleman came out. Yeah, we had to call CoachNet. This older gentleman came out about 11 o'clock at night to the campground. Super nice.
In his slippers.
He was in his slippers. And
he and his wife he told us that he and his wife had been watching Longmire.
Uh-huh.
Because she liked it.
Yep, we got the whole story.
So, yeah, I mean, we were at a campground and it was fun. I mean, it wasn't like we were, somewhere weird or whatever. But, it was a lot of fun. And that's the only thing we could figure, because the lock on the RV from the inside is basically just a little button that goes up and down, like a little nub that just goes up and down like this. And we think Brown just jumped on the door and just caught it because, her paws are huge.
Of course, one thing you can do is on the screens on the RVs, they have that little slidey thing. So from then on, always make sure you slide it because that'll cover up that lock. So we didn't. We found that out the hard way, but you live and learn.
Yep. Thomas says he has AAA for maps and books. Yes, Lisa's never traveled in the RV, but she did have to live in one after the hurricane. Water tanks. Lisa, we'll talk about, we've got a video coming out on all the tanks and all that.
Mm-hmm.
No tape jokes.
No tape jokes.
I don't know what that means. All right, let's talk about apps. You want to talk about them a little bit?
Well, we can. This is mainly her forte because, like, especially in the RV, I was usually always the one driving, so she kept track of all the apps and what they did and how to. So I'll throw some in there, but go ahead.
Okay. Do you use anything to get cell service while in remote areas? We do. Thanks for asking. I swear, Liz, you're like reading our mind. Yes. So we have, and I know I said it wrong to Derek that time, and he was flipping out because he thought it was a reference to the Elder Scrolls. It's called Skyrim.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's it's like a little router almost. It's just round and orange, and I don't know where it is right now where I would get it out. Anyway, it's basically like it's not 5G, I'm sure it's 3G or something. Router that you can connect, I think, 5 devices to. But you have to have cell service to get it. So otherwise we don't have, there's no way to get cell service if it doesn't exist. In the RV, you can get like Wi-Fi extenders and things to sort of amplify your signal, but not for just a regular car trip. We don't have anything like that. There is an app though called Wi-Fi Finder that we use, and we use it. We use it when we're traveling, in Europe, but domestically as well, so that if we need Wi-Fi for some reason, we can always find decent Wi-Fi. So that's called Wi-Fi Finder. We've talked about Google Maps, Waze. I think everybody's familiar with Waze. It can tell you, traffic or accidents, or even if there's speed traps or whatever. Gas Buddy, which helps you figure out, where the cheapest gas is closest to you. There's also one, particularly for you guys, Chicago, and then up in the Northeast and Florida. We don't, around Indiana, at least this part of Indiana and Tennessee, we don't really have this, but there's an app called Toll Smart that, it tells you what the tolls are when they're coming up and all of those things, because, we don't have them in our daily lives. So I can't tell you how many times we've been like, oh my gosh, we're coming up to a toll booth, and do we have money? Because sometimes we just don't even have cash on us.
Let me tell you, it was fun in the RV pulling up the tolls.
So this is a funny story, y'all, because Trace, if you can't tell, Trace is pretty laid back, and she doesn't really get too upset very often. We were somewhere, I don't even know. I'm sure it was in New England, I think.
Maybe in New Jersey.
Yeah. And we pulled up to a toll booth, and of course, you're way up here, and the toll booth's down here. And we didn't have doors, so all you can do is reach out the window like this. And Trace is not very tall, so her arms aren't very long. The lady was sitting on a stool, so she was even lower, and would not get up to take the money or to hand Tracy the money
change
back. And so Trace literally had to
I had to unbuckle the seatbelt
and hang halfway out the RV window. And she was so mad, y'all. So mad. I heard about it like nonstop for the next hour. So
I just thought it was ridiculous because I was holding up traffic behind me, and I had to unbuckle, practically stand up, put the RV in park. Anyway, it was a disaster, but yeah. I wasn't happy about that.
No, she was not. Is that like, Lisa's asking, is that like the satellite that semis use? So semis use, Lisa, something called Qualcomm. So it's a little different. It's similar, but it's different. Your brother's texted you a tape joke.
Okay, well, I'll get right on that.
And you don't get mad until you cut your hair.
Yeah, well, who wouldn't?
Well, that's true.
I did get Fruit Loops.
Speaking of, guys, I know it's completely off topic, but we are so excited. We actually are going to get our first post-quarantine haircuts on Wednesday.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how excited we are to be able to get those done.
After all this, I'm debating on just getting it all chopped off again. Because in some of the pictures you've seen on our videos, I used to have a lot shorter hair, which was a lot easier to take care of. But I don't know yet. I don't know.
My hair just does what it wants anyway, so I kind of give up. So Traveling Granny says she would have dropped the change in her lap.
Well, let me tell you, Traveling Granny, I thought about it.
Yeah, it was.
I had a few choice words after we left.
She did.
I won't lie.
Megan says right now all the toll booths has a sign up that says credit preferred, and you need to put your mask on when you pull up to the toll. Great. Of course, I don't know that we'll hit
I don't know that we'll hit any this trip.
I don't think we will, but yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know. Well, and obviously, hey Nick Peterson, how are you? Hope you are staying safe. I know you're in the suburbs of Minneapolis, but I'm sure like everywhere else, things are crazy in the suburbs now too. Traveling Granny says you're a better person than me. And your brother says you look like a bushman.
I know. You need to go watch your TV.
All right, let's see. Let's talk about a few other. So iExit is another app that most of these I found for the RV. But iExit will tell you, you tell it where you are. I think it has a GPS locator where you can let it find where you are. And it tells you everything that's on the exits that are coming up. So, it tells you if there's hotels and restaurants and gas stations and whatever. It gives you a whole list. So that way you can kind of look and see. For us, it was really important in the RV because you kind of got to know where you can drive in the RV in terms of being able to pull in and get out of the, in and out of the gas aisle.
Yeah, which is important.
So yeah, super important.
You'll see, we have a video coming out about that.
So, it would tell us which exits had, actual truck stops, even though we use regular gas, not diesel. If it's a normal truck stop, generally they're going to have bigger, I don't know what those are called, roofs, whatever they're called.
Yes.
The taller
canopies.
Yeah, taller canopies and more room. So anyway, that was great. Nick says, oh, hold on. Scorpio Sue says, I can't get into my hairdresser till June 20th. Well, we were worried we weren't going to get ours done. She wasn't going to be available till after we were already gone, but we managed to get in. So we're really happy. Nick says, a lot calmer up here thanks to the Minnesota National Guard. God bless our military. Yes. Trent says, nothing on. Easier giving you guys a hard time.
Oh, wow.
Tracy knocked a mirror off the RV. They won't talk about that.
Trent Spence, I did not. Did you?
No. Oh, it's like, wait, does he know something I don't?
No.
She didn't.
He probably did, but Big Brother always blaming little sister for stuff he did.
All right, let's see what else. So here's two that are pretty good. So Roadtrippers is an app that helps you with route planning, but also restaurants and kind of anything of significance around you or at certain exits. But there's also one called Roadside Attractions that helps you find, different kinds of attractions and locations, historical sites, and all of that. So it's a pretty cool one as well. So Roadtrippers, Roadside Attractions, we use those.
Scorpio Sue has to leave. So
okay, bye, Scorpio Sue. Thomas is getting his haircut tomorrow. Also,
yay.
Traveling Granny is cutting her
own hair.
Her own hair. I was really this close to doing that myself, Traveling Granny. As a matter of fact, I threatened the person who cuts our hair, which is her cousin.
Yeah, she's my cousin.
I told her that if we didn't get in, I was cutting my own.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she sent this.
She gave
text that we could be there at 10:00 Wednesday morning.
So yeah, so we did that. So another one that's great, not just for road trips, but anytime. If you guys don't know, there's an app called Park Me, and it helps you find parking lots. So that's really a nice one. Mark says he's been cutting his own hair for 20 years, so I don't have an excuse for the mop on my head other than Terry likes it long. There you go.
And you don't have to go anywhere.
And you don't, that's right.
That's kind of where I was. I'm like, well, I don't have to go anywhere. I'll just let it grow.
Oh, yep. Trip It. We use that. We use that for international trips as well as domestic. If you guys aren't familiar with it, Trip It, you can set it up to automatically sync with your email. So all your reservations for everything come in there and you have it all in one place in one app and you can share that. So Tracey and I obviously share it, and then I invite my daughter to see everything. So when we're traveling, she knows where we are, flight numbers. And there's an upgrade on it I think you can pay for that'll give you notifications of like real-time notifications of delays. But Trip It also tells you when there's a schedule change, like in advance. So you know if your flights have changed or whatever. Does Park Me work for RVs? It does not, Liz. You're asking a lot of RV questions. Are y'all still really seriously considering that? We need to talk about that. Nick says, favorite part of road trip is blaring my Spotify playlist. So much better than Sirius or local radio surfing.
Yeah, Nick, I think we were talking about it before you actually got on here. We actually like Amazon Music. So we use that and make playlists on that.
Yep. We have Spotify. I mean,
we do get our 8 tracks out every once in a while.
Well, sometimes Trace pulls out a reel to reels at you. No, we use Amazon Music a lot. I don't know what's going on with the Spence family tonight. Y'all are all full of it. Oh, well, my goodness.
Got me going.
I guess. Wow. All right. Wi-Fi Finder. I talked about that earlier. It's just called Wi-Fi Finder. And then we also use different weather apps. So no kidding, when we had the RV, I hate to keep going back to that, but when we had the RV, we had like 4 different weather apps with alerts on them because, when you're at home and they talk about severe weather, I mean, when they, the town next to you, or something north or south or east or west of you, or hopefully you do. But when you're, in the RV, particularly in an RV at that time, you're just at a campground for a night. You have no idea. So we used. I was trying not to look at it. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with her brother tonight.
I don't either.
Somebody must have put something in his Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to be able to know if there's severe weather threats coming. And so, obviously there's the Weather Channel, but there's also Weather Underground. Dark Sky was one that we used a lot. And it would give you, warnings of storms and tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. So, I think that's super important on the road just because, and to have it set where it's tracking your location and alarms because, gosh, I don't know, it's been a few years ago. I think we were coming back from the beach and there were tornadoes and we had no idea. And it turns out we were just like 20 minutes ahead of them coming through Alabama.
Yep.
And we had no idea. And we saw on the news later and we're like, oh my gosh, we had no clue, y'all. So it was a little freaky.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Nick said using apps on my phone to listen to stations back home. True. Make the drive much more tolerable. Yes. Google Maps offline. You have to download the maps before you leave, but have them handy. Yes.
Yep.
So Google Maps offline as well. I agree with that. We definitely do that when we travel. Traveling Granny worked on her Jeep, took the back seats out, setting it up for camping. Nice.
Yeah.
We, Trace's Jeep is actually it had a recall on it. So that's getting fixed. And she spent the other day, all day cleaning the inside and outside.
Oh yeah.
So we rode around with it just in the, like not fully top off, but Sunrider position.
Yeah.
And I bet that's true. I bet you did skate around to Blinded by the Light. Did you do that? You did. They
Did the limbo on my skate.
YouTube Music is great. Comes with premium. Yeah, I don't have YouTube Premium, Eric. Okay, so can you download stuff when you have YouTube Premium? Because we don't have that. Severe weather, severe Trent. That's right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Nick says, in today's day and age, more states are sending out alerts to cell phones. That's true. That is true, Nick. But I just, I don't know. I like having the apps to know. Aaron says, I haven't used it, but I downloaded an app to find bathrooms. I was concerned about finding facilities when traveling to Italy. Yeah, so definitely when you're traveling internationally, do that.
Bathrooms are few and far between
in Europe. We don't use anything like that here in the when we're traveling domestically, but it is definitely something that comes in very useful. A lot of these Wi-Fi Finder, TripIt, weather, Google Maps, those will obviously all work internationally. Obviously, some of the other ones won't, but yeah, I mean, there's a ton of them to use depending on what you're doing, and where you're going. But that's kind of our list. I mean, I'd like to hear kind of anything else you guys think we missed. Yeah. The other thing is, I want to hear if Liz and Derek are really still looking at RVs.
I haven't seen them come on here since you asked them.
No, I haven't. You want to talk about where we are on that whole process?
We don't know.
So most of but for maybe the few who don't, we had a 38-foot motorhome. We sold it last May. So now we're kicking ourselves because this would be the perfect year to use it. But we sold it because we were doing so much international travel that we just weren't using it. So we are looking. Weather apps are a must. Trent says around the pool table.
Oh, I skated around the pool table.
You did?
Uh-huh.
To Blinded by the Light?
Well, I don't know if it was Blinded by the Light, but I'm sure it was an 8-track.
All right. Derek says they're definitely looking. So I'd be interested to know what you're looking at.
Yep.
Because we...
oh, my gosh.
We've literally gone from everything from another Class A to a Class C to like a B+, not just a B, not just a van. That's a little too small for us.
Pull behind.
We looked at pull behinds that we could pull with the Tahoe.
Then we missed the Jeep if we travel. So
yeah, because we normally would pull the Jeep with the Class A. I mean, we know, we bought that other one new and ordered it and all that. We're certainly not going to do that this time because we know that once we're able to travel internationally again, we'll be doing that. And, we don't want to have that much money basically just sitting there, which was why we sold it to begin with.
Love YouTube Premium. No commercials, and the commercials are now outrageous on regular YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. So, Eric, are you able to download stuff or anything for when you do that? Mr. Mean says yes, but they've been busy with dinner and prepping for curfew going into effect in 45 minutes. So it's 8:15. They 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, Trent, do we still have a curfew here tonight?
Yeah.
I know it was 8 o'clock last night, but I couldn't find anything that said it stopped at 6 a.m. this morning, and I couldn't find anything that said it was extended. Not that we're going anywhere, but I'm just curious. Trent, Apple Music. We don't use Apple Music anymore. Thomas uses, okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess we're just not educated enough on it to know. Oh, we did have an 8 o'clock. Okay, well, we were home. Yeah, we were home. It's all good. All good. So, yeah, so we have been looking, guys, for an RV. We know we're going to
something.
Yeah, some kind of something. Yeah, Derek, leisure vans are awesome. They're really nice. There's we don't like the Murphy bed model, and that seems to be a big thing right now. I don't know. I just don't like the Murphy bed model because to me, I think that the bed wouldn't be as comfortable. That may just be me.
Yeah. Well,
us.
Yeah.
But leisure vans are awesome.
Yeah.
So, and there's one model that's not the Murphy bed that we really, really like. Aaron, the cost of an RV. Yes, it can. And the thing that we love about it, Aaron, too, is that you just get into a lot of places. You know, you can camp out on BLM land and other places like that out west that you just can't stay otherwise. I mean, I think we told a story on, I don't remember if it was on a live stream or if it was on a video about being able to stay one night in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
You know, and all the mobs of tour buses are gone. So it's you and a few hundred people. That's it in the whole park. It's just awesome.
Travel Liz, they do Spotify Premium.
Yeah, and that's what Keeley has.
Yeah.
We don't have that. Lisa is asking if we still have a curfew. Yes, we have an 8
o'clock.
So Lisa, this is for the protests and riots, not a quarantine curfew. Because I know in Georgia y'all had the quarantine curfew or whatever, I think.
Yeah.
So this is the riot thing. I don't know if you got, I'm assuming where you are, which is Podunk, you haven't had any issues yet, but surely you've seen the news. So yeah, you were afraid you'd roll up the wall when you were roller skating around the pool table.
Well, I don't know if he's talking about. I don't know what he's.
Oh, the Murphy bed.
Yeah.
That'd be a sight. Oh my gosh, Lisa wants to meet Trent. And that's not happening.
I know.
Sorry. we got enough family cross stuff going on.
I know. I don't understand what's going on tonight. I think they've all been cooped up too long.
Yeah. So Aaron, do you have an RV? I'd be curious to know about that. So we don't know what we're going to do, but we are definitely, so we're going to do the East Coast trip in the car and then come home and really start looking that month that we're home,
figuring out
July, the second week in July till the 1st of August. And, that'll give us an idea too of what's going on and what countries are opening. Because one of the places we really, really want to go this year is Nova Scotia. And so depending on if Canada opens the border or not will make a difference on, where we're going to plan our trip. If that's not open or doesn't look like it's going to be open, then we will likely pull the trigger on something and do an out west trip. Yeah. Not that we can't do that trip in an RV, and we may, but we're just trying to figure all that out. So there's a lot going through our heads about how to do it and what to do, but we know we don't really want to have that much money sitting unutilized once international travel is safe everywhere again. So
yeah. She wasn't thinking about the riots.
We're over everything, but I wasn't thinking about the riots. Right, Lisa. Yeah, the riots have been shutting down.
Yeah.
Lots of cities. Nashville. Lisa, if you haven't seen it, you need to go look for what happened in Nashville. Montana 40-foot fifth wheel. Trent, that's yours.
Yeah,
that's not what we're buying. We're not buying a fifth wheel.
Go right ahead.
Unless you want to buy the truck that goes with it.
Yeah.
Then we'll be glad to.
Yeah.
Aaron saying, what are your top must-haves for a new RV? Watch your video is helpful. No RV. And my husband is not capable. Okay, well, Aaron, and I'm not. So must-haves for new RVers. So do you mean like what do you need inside the RV? Because we do have that video coming out. We've got a video coming out about driving them. We've got a whole series coming out, Aaron. But I mean, I'm happy to answer any specific questions I can. We're in the same boat as you, waiting to decide whether we should rent or fly later this summer. Tyler and Todd, who live in Nova Scotia but traveled the U.S. with their RV. We've got some other travel vlog friends, Trent, that live in Nova Scotia.
Yep.
If any of you guys saw our interview with the Delightful Travelers who are in the Philippines right now,
they're from Halifax.
They're from Halifax. So we're waiting to talk to them to get some recommendations. So Aaron, must-haves. I mean, we bought a lot of things for our RV.
Yeah.
And some of them we used, some of them we didn't, but we still have a ton of them. I mean, I would say some of the big things to have like in an RV. Well, I don't know if you mean the RV itself or if you mean like things to have for inside of it or I'm not sure what you mean. So that's kind of that's going to be hard for me to say.
Yeah, because there's
lots of toilet paper. Trent said lots of toilet paper.
septic safe.
Yeah, septic or RV safe toilet paper.
Yeah.
Lisa says she thinks they're better if people are going to do a lot of traveling. Yes, they're great. I mean, it really depends. The beautiful thing, particularly right now, but anytime, about RVs is you pack up your stuff once, it's all there, it's yours, you have your kitchen. So right now, as people are worried about, obviously, COVID and are we going to have a second wave and social distancing? And, I know some places you can go in restaurants at 50% capacity. Some haven't opened. Some are wide open. Some are only outside. I mean, just you can cook at home.
Yeah, you have your own stuff. And I mean, you can go to the store and you can do basically a grocery run, and you have a fridge so it stays cold and you just have everything you need.
Yeah. And if you're like us and you want to travel with your pets, we were able to take our dogs everywhere. They loved it.
Yep.
So Aaron says, do you need certain square feet layout amenities? I thought the outside TV was a bit much. So I will tell you, Aaron, some people in campgrounds will go and that's all they watch is the outside TV. I think we watched ours maybe twice in about 3 years. We never, that's just not what we're there for, but we're not huge TV people either. So, that was our thing. As far as square feet, layout, and amenities, so you don't need to worry about square feet, and you really just need to go to a dealership and walk, go in and out of as many as you can. For us, one of the things is, like I said, we don't really like the Murphy bed, and some of the beds are not what they call walk around, which means they're just in there and there's nothing on the side. It's just the wall on the side. You have to basically crawl out the bottom. We don't want that. We want one that's called a full walk around bed where you've got room on both sides to walk, get out and walk around. They also make corner beds where one person is completely against the wall and blocked in by the other person, and the opening's kind of like this and it's in a corner. So for us, we don't like that.
No. It just depends really on your taste and what you need.
Oh my God, Trent, stop. Look at what he's telling us.
I know, I saw, but
don't.
Thanks, Trent. Yeah, don't pay attention.
I want to know what you're drinking over there, Trent. So I would say a couple of things. Make sure that so some of them come with an oven, which costs more money. Unless you're a huge baker, you do not need an oven.
Because a lot of them come with a convection oven, a microwave with the convection oven.
The microwave convection oven was all we needed. If you are going to be doing any boondocking, dry camping, staying in like a Walmart parking lot, or, like I said, boondocking out in BLM land, you do not want a residential refrigerator. You want the two-way, I guess it's electric and gas refrigerator. We did not have that. So even if we had solar, we wouldn't have been able to run that refrig. And, you don't want to have to, we pretty much would have had to run our generator 24/7, which means you're taking all your gas down, and it would have used a lot because we had basically the same, pretty much same size
and
fridge.
Plus, depending on where you are, the ACs are loud. Some places, not
generators.
The ACs, the generators. Yeah. And a lot of some places won't let you run generators after a certain time, or they won't let you run them at all, just depending on where you are.
Yeah. So depending on what you want to use, and my sister's answering, I think the layout depends on your needs, and you're absolutely right. Your needs and how many people. We had a 38-foot, and it had a king size bed in the bedroom. It had bunk beds, and then the couch folded out into a bed. Yeah. So we could have slept 6 people. The bunk beds, for us, I think we've talked about this. We took the bottom bunk and put a baby gate across it because our dogs are crate trained, and that's where our 2 big dogs slept. And that's where they stayed when we were driving and when we weren't there. You know, that's just how we did it because their crates they're big dogs.
Like hotels.
Yeah. I mean, our lab's like 94 pounds. So that made sense for us. It also had a bath and a half, which was not a requirement. That's just what that layout had. You do not need a bath and a half at all. I will say, make sure that whatever shower is in the RV, that it's comfortable. And if you're a little on the heavier side like me, some of them are not super easy to get into. So just kind of look at that and think about it. Or if you're super tall like Nick, and I mean, just
and like we said,
and Mark Finley's very tall.
Get what you need. Get what you need and what you're going to use.
Sorry.
I know.
Bye, Trent.
Go to bed, old man. But get what you need and what you think you're going to use. I mean, just because there are 40-foot RVs out there doesn't mean, and you can do that, doesn't mean you have to, because that's kind of the way we were. We were like, oh, this has this and this has that, blah, 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 blah. And you find out that you really don't use a lot of it. So just get what you need.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is most people who do it and enjoy it and continue to do it, they change RVs at least once or twice, because you just figure out along the way what you need. But
most of them usually end up big, and then they just get smaller and smaller.
So one of the things for us, and this, I know we talk about this in one of the videos. Our motorhome was 38 foot, and some of the smaller national and state parks in particular, and it's older campgrounds, they don't have, some of them cap out at 30 to 32 feet for their sites.
Yep.
So we were too big for, some of those campgrounds. The other thing is, being in something that big, it had 2 air conditioning units. It was a 50 amp. And a lot of, again, state, national parks, older campgrounds are only 30 amp. So for us, we could use the 30 amp. There's an adapter you can buy to use in the plug-in. But for us, it ran everything except for it only ran 1 air conditioning unit at a time, which doesn't seem like a big deal unless you're in the Arizona desert in August and in a metal tin can in the sun.
Yeah.
And then it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's hard to keep that really super cool. So, my advice is, if you don't know what you're going to do or how many people you're going to have or how often you're going to use it, I would say go with the smallest one that sleeps enough people for you, and try and get 32 feet or less and 30 amp right now, because that's just, you're going to be able to fit everywhere and have all the power you need.
Yep.
That would be my advice.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just really all about you. Like for us, we don't like, okay, Lisa, see you later. Hey, Dizzy Lizard, I saw your email this morning too, and I haven't responded, but I'm not ignoring you. So thank you for being here. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? RVs and videos.
Yeah. And the
size,
sites and 30 amps and 50 amps. And we just, Traveling Granny, everybody give us a thumbs up.
Yeah. We can't remember anything. See how old we are?
We missed something about. Who said that?
Nick, I think. He's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Bought a roof bag and cargo carrier for my hitch on my SUV for my East Coast road trip. Hoping for the best. Unlimited data with the Verizon is so great for domestic travel. Yeah. Yeah. So we have Verizon as well. That's what we use. So we love it. Lisa said good night, Tracy.
Good night.
Motorhomes are better. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Certain square feet. I don't remember what else I was gonna say, so I apologize, Aaron. But we do have the whole series is
Yep.
coming out, and we're trying to get out 3 a week instead of 2 a week. Just so we can get that whole series out. And I know it was something about campgrounds and size and all that, but I don't remember what it was. So anyway, yeah, guys. So, I think that's really it. We're probably going to go ahead and wrap it up unless anybody has any questions or.
We know there's a little delay, so we'll give it
a
couple minutes just to see if anybody pops up with anything.
Yeah. And we will be traveling next Monday. Hopefully we'll be in Charleston. So I won't know until Sunday. We won't know until Sunday what our
Wi-Fi is like.
What the internet connection looks like. So if we can get a live stream in, if we can continue to do them on Monday nights, we will. But I will definitely put something out on Facebook, on our community page, on YouTube, and then on Instagram as well. And then for those of you in Walter's World, I'll put something out there as well, just so you know. But
I'm not really seeing anything pop up.
So everybody, y'all stay safe.
Yes.
We're definitely thinking about you guys who are in some of the harder hit areas with these protests. We appreciate you being here, spending time with us, and look for the new series that are the RVing series. Those are coming out as quickly as we can get them all edited and uploaded. And we'll talk to y'all soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.